with one video going up earlier than scheduled. I've got some. Well, you're getting another one because I ain't got enough one ready yet. But welcome back, episode 13 of WF Let the War Begin. We've also got TNA 1986 episode 2. We've got both the weekly Raw and SmackDown. That's going up, they're going up later on. But in pre-show, decent wrestling below Heat, LA Park, Edge, Danny Boy Collins and Ace Steel defeat Trevor Guerrero Jr., Finlay, Lance Storm and Tom Pritchard on 8:15 in LA Park defeat Lance Storm by pin with a sunset flip power driver, 58C minus. Ace Steel 46, Danny Boy 51, Edge 45, LA Park 53, Pritchard 55, Storm 60, Finlay 55 and Trevor Guerrero 61, Danny Boy and Techno 58C minus, not a bad match. In about pre-show, good wrestling and D-Social card, Yokozuna defeated RVD in 8:19 by pin with the leg drop. Rob Van Dam 64, Yokozuna 82, RVD in Rumble. Not bad, 71C+. Can't complain with that. I don't Yoko. In the pre-show, decent wrestling below Heat, Jim Powers, Chris Daniels and Barry Horowitz defeated Hunter Hearst, Downey, Kawada and Rick Martel in 8:25 and Chris Daniels defeated Kawada by pin on the last rights. Barry Horowitz 50, Daniels 49, Powers 43, Martel 57, Kawada 68, Hunter Hearst 56, Barry Horowitz in Rumble and Performance. Fit 60C, not bad. In the pre-show, decent wrestling defeat IRS and Scotty Briggs defeat Ron Simmons and Kip James. In 8:13 when IRS defeated Kip James by the Flying Lariat. James 54, Simmons 68, Scotty Briggs 47, IRS 59, Nova Crew 62C. In a decent pre-show match, Ken Shamrock, Soya Vega, Taz and defeated Kaiju Muta, Juice Thunder Liger and Sparky Plug in 8:01 when Ken Shamrock defeated Sparky Plug by submission from the ankle lock. Furman Sparky Plug 57, Liger 80, Kaiju Muta 70, Taz 69, Sylvia Vega 56, Ken Shamrock 74. Taz in Performance. Just gonna Sparky Plug. I need to do this in the the one which is on live today actually. So I don't think I've sorted Hogan's gimmick out yet. Sony 3B minus, not bad. This is going to be on the main card, but I put it to pre-show because I put another match on the main card. But in the pre-show, had some Power Wrestling Little Heat. King Kendo defeated Doink the Clown in 7:57 by pin with a Kamazaki crash. Doink the Clown 47, King Kendo 43, 48D. And then we got 77B for The Undertaker's return to Monday Night. And believe me, I had fun writing this angle. 8,226 at the Cornet Form Room for WWF Monday Night Raw tonight. Paul Bear learning more charisma and performance, which I like. We are not scared. Oh no! You see, The Undertaker's not been here since the New Year's Revolution. You see, he might have burnt his purple clothes, and he sends messages with ash in coffins. Should we be scared or laughing in his face? He's not shown how angry he is. He's lost his powers and not be as terrifying anymore. But his gong goes off, and his music starts playing. A load of Jews surround the ring, and Paul Bear just starts laughing. He goes, "See, he's got his hoodies freaks doing his dirty work." And they just basically around the ring. Then lightning hits the centre of the ring. And there stands The Undertaker, dressed all in black, and he looks pissed off. Got 77B for this angle, not bad. It looks like you just pooped yourself, Paul. No, there is nowhere to run. We have the ring surrounded. You see, I'm not going to lay my hands on you yet. In 4 weeks' time at Royal Rumble, it's going to be a casting match. You see, you might have been stuck with me when you wanted Kane. The fans want me, and now I am back. Darker and much more terrifying, more powerful than ever before. The lightning hits him, and he's gone. And the Druids go up the ramp, and Kane and Paul look terrified. But yes, Falls Count Anywhere regular. You know, we've already got that booked. I actually didn't check if I already had that match booked, but yes, I do. But yes, so we have got many gimmick matches happening at Royal Rumble. I thought, as being as Royal Rumble was one of the big four, we're going to do quite a few gimmick matches at this show, and I have been building up to them. But The Undertaker versus Kane, who I have been pushing for his popularity for ages, as you can see, he's now 85s everywhere. We are very proud of him and The Undertaker, but they're going to be in a casting match. We're going to see how that goes. 77B, we're going to open up the night. In about a decent wrestling defeat, the UK Invasion, Carl Karma, Dave Taylor and Doug Williams defeated Brian Lee and the Head Shrink in 606, when Carl Karma defeated Brian Lee by from the top rope splash. Doug Williams 57, Dave Taylor 50, Carl Karma 49, Brian Lee 60, Fatu 60 and Samu 61. Doug Williams in Performance at 60C. In a decent match, Eddie Guerrero defeated Jerry Lawler in 7:48 by a pin with a frog splash after distraction from Bret Hart. Jerry Lawler 68, Eddie Guerrero 71. No work improvements. At Royal Rumble, the only single matches I will be doing at Royal Rumble are storylined. So they're the ones which I have a story behind. So Jerry Lawler, Bret Hart, the Head Shrinkers, the UK Invasion. 73 but minus. Then we see Roy Brookside isn't there because he's getting ready for his match. I did also forget to put him in because I forgot he was a part of the group. And he goes, so WWF management has overlooked us again. You see, since my so-called cheating and double count out of Royal Rumble, we've got to face the same people. Danny Collins will soon see the light and join us. You can put us in matches, but that won't stop us entering and one of us winning the Royal Rumble. Now, if the WWF keeps putting this down, the new European title and the Intercontinental Tag Team titles will be going back to the UK with us, and we will not come back. So yeah, basically Regal's got to take on Liger because of his cheating at Night of Champions. He used his knuckles. I forgot to mention that actually on the actual last episode. He used his knuckle duster thing to get the win finish. But yeah, so that will be happening in 71C+. In about decent wrestling, but in a little heat, Roy Brookside defeated Kendo Kobashi in 86.43 by pulling the flying crossbody. He makes defense number 1 of the European Championship. Kendo Kobashi 63, Roy Brookside 45. No work appearance 59C. That's where Robbie was. And then a 77B from Psycho Sid. I can't complain with that. Any note? Now, since coming back to the WWF, I've been on a collision course with that man called Diesel. Now, the WWF has been great for people with addiction, sending us to rehab. And that's where all this started, in rehab. You see, Diesel's a jerk to the people helping us through. I thought it was a relapse, but no. That's him. I beat him 24 hours ago. Now I want to do it all over again. And at Royal Rumble, I will. So yeah, basically, Psycho Sid saying that he was being a jerk to the people helping him at, the rehab centre, trying to help him get off the drugs, and he just thought that was him relapsing from the drugs, but it's not. It's just him. He's just a jerk, all-out jerk, and he wants another match with him, so he can beat him all over again. So Diesel versus Psycho Sid at Royal Rumble. 77B, can't complain. It doesn't stop him from going into the Royal Rumble match, by the way. I haven't decided which 30 competitors are going in yet. In a bad, decent wrestling, the Hardy Boys defeat Harlem Heat in 8:29 when Jeff Hardy defeats Stevie Ray by pinfall and an Omega effect. Matt Hardy 60, Jeff Hardy 66, Stevie Ray 60, Booker T 65. No work for 67C+. So Sting's in the back and he goes, I won the match, so Mankind attacked me. I've had it with this freak attacking me because I'm winning by pinfall. You see Teddy throwing weapons, nothing helped him. Royal Rumble, we're going to hang this bout over the ring. The first person to climb the ladder and retrieve it wins. I'll see you then. Now, I don't know, I probably haven't done it in this series, but I might have done a ladder match with a title. I don't really know if I have or not, but if not, this is the first ladder match the WWF ever did, and it will change in history. If not, then it's the second WWF ladder match I've done. I do try and keep away from doing this sort of thing unless it has warrant, but I think this one has warrant. Sting versus Mankind ladder match. I've done it as a normal one-on-one match, have I? Sugar. Let's delete that booking and let's book it up properly. And tonight's main event, I will tell you this now, you'll get to see it later on. It will be William Regal versus Sting in a champion versus champion non-title match. That will be happening. It's a nice main event, but Sting versus Mankind in a nice little ladder match. 75B-, can't complain. In about good wrestling, a decent match of the crowd, Nasty Boys defeat the Steiner Brothers in 7:55 and Brian Knobbs defeat Rick Steiner by pinfall for the trip to Nastyville. Rick Steiner 75, Scott Steiner 77, Jerry Sags 67, Brian Knobbs 64. Jerry Sags in Techno 73B-. And then Steve Austin's in the back, he did a massive job in trash car and he goes, so that SOB last night beat me at my own game. I don't care, let's have some fun with this, shall we? We'll have a submission last man standing match. The match starts as a submission match and one of us is submitted, then it becomes a last man standing match. Now, I have tried to make this in the game, but it wouldn't let me, so it does exist. I need to go down to S. I have invented it. Where is it? Should be here. There we go. I'm going to do the regular one, but it does mean it's going to say pinfall, but we'll pretend that pinfall is not a pinfall and it's a submission, and it's going to be Steve Austin versus Owen Hart. There you go, Steve Austin, Owen Hart in that match. 76B-. I said there's going to be a few gimmick matches. In a decent match, Bam Bam Bigelow defeats Shane Douglas in 7:32 by pinfall. Shane Douglas 58, Bam Bam Bigelow 78, Bam Bam in performance 73B-. And then Mr. Fuji comes out with Yokozuna and goes, well done, you beat my Yokozuna. But this is not over, it is a one-on-one. It's one and one. That means one more match to find out who the best is. This match will be Falls Count Anywhere, and my Yokozuna will win. Am I going to get back on that because I've already got one? No, it's a tag team one. So you're going to have to, you get this one. This match will probably open up the night. And then, yeah, Yokozuna and Bam Bam Bigelow. Boop. Awesome. 6-3-C. In a bad Diesel wrestling on cheat, Diesel defeat Chris Jericho and Tommy Dreamer in 806 when Diesel defeated Tommy Dreamer by putting the jackknife powerbomb. Diesel 69, Tommy Dreamer 58, Chris Jericho 71. Chris Jericho and Tommy Dreamer have great chemistry when teaming together. Jericho in performance, Diesel in Rumble and performance 69C+. And then Cherno's in the band. He goes, last night, if you missed it, watch the full replay on pay-per-view tomorrow night. I beat up Roddy Piper and I won. He wants another match and he's not getting it. I beat him, eyes are set on the Royal Rumble, and I'm going to beat it. 75B- from Masahiro Chono. In about a great heat and good wrestling, Kane defeats Psycho Sid in 7:48 by pinfall the choke slam. Kane 88, Psycho Sid 62. Kane is getting better, his gimmick is 72B-. Psycho Sid in Rumble and performance, 72B-, can't complain. In a bad superb wrestling, good heat, Dave Boy Smith and Bret Hart defeat Owen Hart and Goldust. In 8:14, when Dave Boy Smith defeated Goldust by pinfall the running power slam, Goldust to link, Bret Hart 95, Dave Boy 84, Goldust 75, Owen Hart 87. No work for his 72B-. Next up is our main event of the evening is William Regal takes on the Icon, Sting. In a bad superb wrestling and great heat, Sting defeated William Regal in 2002 by pinfall the Scorpion Death Drop, following fears from Juice and Thunder Liger. Regal 76, Sting 100, no work improvements. 82B. And after the match, Mankind attacks Sting with a ladder. Way! 79B. Don't know where he got the ladder from, but it comes out. Then an exceptional post-show match, The Undertaker defeated Mankind in 15:27 by pinfall the Tombstone. Mankind 92, Undertaker 95. And then in the post-show battle, good wrestling and decent wrestler card, Tetsuya Fujima, Steve Austin and Roddy Piper defeated Masahiro Chono, 1-2-3 Kid and Jim the D-Knot in 10:31 when Roddy Piper defeated 1-2-3 Kid by pinfall. Roddy Piper 71, Steve Austin 77, Tetsuya Fujima 67, Jim the D-Knot 63, 1-2-3 Kid 63, Masahiro Chono 85, Fujima and Austin improving, whereas Austin improved in Rumble, Fujima improved in performance. Well, we're going to end this episode of Monday Night Raw right there, where 79B increases our popularity across the board in all 32 regions we're showing Monday Night Raw to. And we'll see you guys next week as we continue our road to the Royal Rumble. Welcome back. We're live with Monday Night Raw number 2. We're 3 weeks away from Royal Rumble, or 2 weeks depending on how you look at it. Now we've got this one out of the way. And these are the results from WWF Monday Night Raw. For some reason it didn't register, well it's registered on here but it didn't register on the screen. The UK Invasion, King Kendo, Roy Brooks, Irene Real, Doug Williams, Dave Taylor took on Samu, Fatu, Juice from the Liger, Kaiju Muta and Steve Austin in the pre-show bout of Diesel Wrestling. With Steve Austin defeated KO by Real Stone Cold Stunner. Dave Taylor 51. Doug Williams 56. William Regal 74. Roy Brookside 50. King Kendo 43. Steve Austin 72. Kaiju Muta 75. Liger 80. Fatu 57. Samu 59. Dave Taylor in performance 68C+. Can't complain. In the pre-show bout Diesel Wrestling, the Little Heat, Tommy Dreamer defeated Trevor Guerrero in 806 by pinfall. Trevor Guerrero Jr. 60, Tommy Dreamer 54, nowhere Chris 59C. That's not bad much actually. In the pre-show bout Decent Wrestling, the Little Heat, Danny Boy Collins, Chris Vance and LA Parker defeat Carl Palmer, Lance Storm and Finley. And 7:34 when Danny Collins defeated Lance Storm by pinning the Somersault Press. Finley 59, Lance Storm 59, Carl Palmer 51. Ali Park 55, Daniels 49, and Danny Boy 50. Last story Rumble as sustained a herniated spinal disc. Ouch. Thank you, Sandstora. And that was because of Carl Palmer. Well, we'll work that out later. In the pre-show bout Decent Wrestling with a Little Heat, Rob Van Dam, Barry Horowitz, Jim Powers, and they still defeat Tom Pritchard, Hunter Sounds in IRS, and Ken Sharkey later third, with RVD defeat Tom Pritchard by Beautiful Fan Terminator. Ace Steel 45, Jim Powers 44, Barry Horowitz 48, Jabomber RVD 62. Shamrock 75, IRS 58, Hunter Stamsy 58, and Tom Pritchard 52. Hunter Stamsy in Rumble, and Barry Hortz in Rumble. Ken Shamrock is going away soon for an MMA fight. In a decent pre-show match, Jim Nadine, Hart Goldust, Scotty Riggs defeat Kip James, Eddie Guerrero, and Brian Lee. Now 7 when Goldust defeat Kip James by pin the Bulldog. Lee 58, Eddie Guerrero 36, James 51, Scotty Riggs 45, Goldust 35, Jim D. 64. Eddie Guerrero performs. I need to stop bloody yawning. In a feature about decent wrestling, but do not cheat. Sparky Plug, Kenny Kobashi, and Doink the Clown defeat Kawada, Rick Martel, and Taz when Kenny Kobashi defeated Kawada by pin with a burning lariat. Doink the Clown 46, Kenny Kobashi 71, Slim Cyclog 54, Taz 61, Rick Martel 61, and Kawada 68. Kawada in performance and Taz in performance 65C. 79B as Ted DiBiase comes out with
sort of banquet tables with various.
Excuse me a moment, why the Teddy B's a nuisance. And he goes, last week at the end of Raw, we gave Sting and Stu Stewart fans a taste of what's going to happen in a ladder match in 3 weeks of Royal Rumble. You know what we did? You know why we did that? Because we were going to win in this match. You see, Mankind has done worse matches than this in Japan. At the Royal Rumble, there'll be no surprises. Sting will not reinvent WrestleMania as your WWF champion, because the WWF champion will be my guy Mankind and the $1 Million Corporation. Will be the next thing to rise. Remember, Sting, this is your idea, and he's going to destroy you. 79B from Mankind and Ted DiBiase. Nice. In a decent match, Tetsuya Fujima defeats Shane Douglas in 824 by pinfall. Shane Douglas 59, Tetsuya Fujima 68. No work for 67C+. In a battle of Pro Wrestling Little Heat, Edge and Christian defeat Harlem Heat in 748 when Edge defeated Stevie Ray by pinfall missile dropkick. Christian Cage 32, Edge 50, Stevie Ray 57, Booker T 63. No work Bruce, but Edge and Christian have pretty good chemistry, and so do Booker T and Stevie Ray. 56C-, not bad. Then Bret Hart goes, you got lucky at Night Champions, but the Royal Rumble, you're not going to be so lucky. At the Royal Rumble, I'm going to kick your ass, I'm going to make him bleed. And if he thinks his son's going to help, he's got another thing coming, because nothing is going to save him from me. Of course, he's about 77B. In a bad decent wrestling with a machine, Chris Jericho defeated Free Kid at 758 by pinfall. 1-2 Free Kid 64, Chris Jericho 69. No work rooms. 68C+. This is why you should record T Veggie and T. And then William Regal to the back and goes, you see, what you see standing here is greatness. You see these titles, Tag, European and Intercontinental, show you that us Brits are as good as your Americans. See, over the years, only people like the British Bulldog got over. Now we're getting over. And all you lose Americans can boo us, but remember, when we're at home, the crowd cheers. Cheer. Because we are the best thing in WWF, and no one is getting these titles off us. 71C+, not bad. Because everyone's there tonight. In exceptional match, Sting defeated Masahiro Chono in 826 by pin with the missile dropkick. Masahiro Chono 83, Sting 100. Masahiro Chono improving flying. 75B. The Undertaker got an 80 last week. I returned to Raw, and what I did was proved I have not lost, but I have gained a lot more. You see, I did not go for fun. I went to learn the power of the supernatural. I went to become the Undertaker I should be. And at Royal Rumble, I'm taking out my brother. An 80B from the Undertaker, not bad. Undertaker. And then in about a good wrestling D-search crowd, the Steiner was defeated the Nasty Boys. A famous Scott Steiner Brian off by pinfall. Rick Steiner 77, Scott Steiner 77, Jay Sags 68, Brian Knobbs 65, no work for 72B-. In a bout of decent wrestling with a cheat, Ron Simmons defeats Sonya Vega in 742 by pinfall the Dominator. Sonya Vega 55, Ron Simmons 69, no work for 66C+. And then Howard Finkel's in the back with Roddy Piper, and he gets 79 videos. So you don't want a rematch. That's fine. I'm going to make him change his mind. Remember, he is Japanese, and I don't understand American customs. New Japan Wrestling sucks, ass, and is the worst company, and Chono should go back so we don't have to see him. You see, the fans boo you because you don't care about them. You came here for money and not for gold or anything else. So 9B. So Roddy Piper's probably trying to push his buttons by saying New Japan sucks. You know, he's calling it Japanese. He's trying to really wind up Wrestling Chono. We'll find out. Oh, then Diesel's invited. He goes, so who thinks he's going to win in 3 weeks of Royal Rumble? Oh no. I slipped up 2 weeks ago. Last week I destroyed 2 people in 1 match. And I'm going to continue doing this until the WWF gives me what I want. And that is Sting. So not handicap matches, but he means he's going to continue destroying people. 79B, not bad. 72B minus in about superb wrestling, great heat. The Undertaker and Bret Hart defeat Kane and Jerry Lawler, and the Undertaker defeat Jerry Lawler by pin of the tombstone because Kane legged it. Bret Hart 95, the Undertaker 95, Jerry Lawler 64, Kane 86. No work for 72B minus. In a good match, Psycho Sid defeat Owen Hart in 7:46 by pin of the chokeslam. Psycho Sid 61, Owen Hart 87. Psycho Sid in Rumble and Performance 72B minus. And as Dion goes, he goes, oh dear, Owen lost. I'll give you credit, this guy is huge. As Sid passes him. And he goes, hope you enjoy it because you're going to lose at Royal Rumble. And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so. 75B minus, nice. In about a great wrestling, a decent wrestling crowd, Dave Boy Smith and Bam Bam Bigelow defeat Yokozuna and Diesel in 8-10 when Bam Bam Bigelow defeat Yokozuna by pinfall. Bigelow 77, Dave Boy 82, Diesel 68, Yokozuna 82, Bam Bam in Performance 73B minus. A video plays hyping up Mankind versus Roddy Piper, which is the main event tonight. 82B, in about that great wrestling, a good heat. Roddy Piper defeated Mankind in 1941 by pinfall from the interference of Skin. Mankind 92, Roddy Piper 67. No work for his 82B minus. And after the match, Masahiro Chono rolls in attack, beating Piper down. Now, because of management, after that beatdown, Roddy Piper is going to get what he wants with another match against Masahiro Chono live at the Royal Rumble. 69C plus. We're going to end the night's festivities with a 79B. And ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you again live next week for another edition of Monday Night Raw. Welcome back. This is Monday Night Raw. This is the 3rd one, which you obviously will know. And we're ready to go. So in a pre-show bout at decent wrestling with double cheat, Danny Boy Collins and Steiner Brothers defeat Lance Storms and Harlem Heat in 8-19 when Danny Boy defeat Booker T by pinfall with a somersault press. Rick Steiner 68, Scott Steiner 66, Danny Boy 54, Lance Storm 58, Stevie Ray 54, and Booker T 60. Stevie Ray in Technical, not bad, a 64C, can't complain. 8,776 at the X-Truck Event Centre tonight. In a feature about decent wrestling but little heat, the Head Shrinkers and Edge and Christian defeat Nasty Boys of UK Invasion in 7:39 when Edge defeat Dave Taylor by pinfall with a drop kick. Christian Cage 33, Edge 47, Fatu 59, Samu 59, Dave Taylor 53, Doug Williams 56, Jay Sag 60, and Brian Knobbs 60. 58 C minus, Brian Knobbs in Rumble, Jay Saggs in Performance, and Cage in Performance. In a pre-show surprise and a little heat, Jim Powers defeated Finley in 7:54 by pinfall. Jim Powers 42, Finley 58. No work experience 54 C minus. In a feature about decent wrestling, below heat, King Kendo, Road Brookside, Kawada, Taz, and Scotty Riggs defeat Brian Lee, Tommy Dreamer, Rob Van Dam, Barry Horse, and Ace Steel in 7:32, and Road Brookside defeat Tommy Dreamer by pinfall flying crossbody. Ace Steel 46, Barry Horse 48, Rob Van Dam 55, Tommy Dreamer 56, Brian Lee got a 55, Scotty Riggs got a 49, not bad. Taz out there with 62, but Kawada's getting 70 again. Brookside got a 55, King Kendo got a 45. Kawada in Performance, Robin down in Performance, Brian Lee improving in Technical, Taz improving in Flying, and King Kendo in Performance. 61C. In the future, had decent wrestling, but didn't have much heat. Sparky Plug, Kaiju Muta, and Chris Jericho defeat Goldust, Ken Shamrock, and Rick Martel in 8:19, when Chris Jericho defeated Rick Martel by pinfall. Jericho 65, Kaiju Muta 75, Sparky Plug 53, Rick Martel 56, Ken Shamrock 72, Goldust 75. Sparky Plug in Rumble and Performance of 70C+. In a pretty sure decent wrestling, but little heat, American kickboxer, the Hurricane and Kip James defeated Jim the Dean Hart, Sorry Vega, really cool. Instead of 48 with Kip James defeated Sorry Vega by Purple the Gunslinger. To his ring work, running Regal's hand shoulders burning out, so in kickboxer weaklings to keep out from performance. James 51, Hurricane 33, Man Kickboxer 18, Regal 76, Sorry Vega 56, and Jim the Dean Hart 64. Man Kickboxer in performance, these two are in the developmental company, so I wasn't expecting to get a lot. 60C, can't complain. Revving up the night with a 66C plus. I didn't think this angle would do very well, but there we go. I thought I'd open up with a big one, which is going to cause some repercussions tonight. Oh, quite a yawn again. So, Bam Bam Bigelow's there and he goes, last week in my tag match, I pinned Yokozuna. It's time Mr. Fuji and Yokozuna saw that Bam Bam Bigelow is the future. He's here over the past few months. I have been improving at live events. I've beaten him on Raw, and not for the first time. My big size is the only thing that helped me win my matches. So Mr. Fuji goes, oh dear, my Yokozuna lost because you and your partner double teamed him. And at the Royal Rumble, my Yokozuna will not lose, and he's going to kick your ass when he's going into the Rumble and bringing the Royal Rumble live on pay-per-view. Then Yokozuna attacks Bam Bam Bam. It's an all-out brawl. Bam Bam gets a table, sets up in the corner. He then whips Yokozuna and he runs at Yoko, but he moves, and then Bam Bam goes through the table. The Mr. Fuji passes him a steel chair, and he repeatedly whacks it with Bam Bam. So Yoko comes a spin steps up, and at the desk he goes, if he's already having a brawl, get a ref out here. It's falls count anywhere. An opening match tonight, I guess 75B minus. In a battle of great wrestling and a decent match of the crowd, Yokozuna defeat Bam Bam Bigelow in the falls count anywhere match in 7:44 by pin for the bonsai drop. Yokozuna 79, Bam Bam 77. Bigelow improving in performance 75B minus. In about a decent wrestling below heat, the Dudley Boys defeat the Hardy Boys in 8:19 when Bubba Ray Dudley defeated Matt Hardy by pin for the 3D. Bubba Ray Dudley was the weakness to Castle performance. Matt Hardy 63, Jeff Hardy 69, Devon 52, Bubba 39. Both teams get great chemistry. Jeff Hardy improved in performance 62C. Then Paul Bearer's in the band. He goes, oh yes, my Monster Kane will be locking the Undertaker in a casket at the Royal Rumble. Undertaker is more powerful and scares me. Is more powerful and scares no one. It's time that people saw that Kane is better and the future. The Undertaker is a joke. He's not scary. All he's just doing is magic tricks. But this lightning bolts hit the walls just behind their shoulders. And the Undertaker's voice booms from nowhere. And he goes, you're scared. Don't lie. And I don't need you to be so powerful, Paul Bearer. I have been planning this. And you and Kane will be going down at Royal Rumble. 62C, not bad. In about that superb wrestling, and a decent match of the crowd, Eddie Guerrero defeated Owen Hart in 9:25 by pin with a frog splash. Owen Hart 89, Eddie Guerrero 79. Eddie improving in Rumble. These two have pretty good chemistry. It's nice, so to be minus. And look who's returned. Mean Gene Okerlund is back, and he's interviewing Shinono in the back, and he goes, "Look, who has come back with his tail between his legs is Gene Okerlund. No, I don't care. Well done, Piper. You tricked me. You spoke shit about me, and then I attacked you, knowing WWF management would make me have a match with you at Royal Rumble. Piper, you're getting what you want, but I'm going to win once again." It's only 5B minus, not bad. In a decent match, Shane Douglas, Hunter Hearst, Tom Pritchard, and Travis Guerrero Jr. defeated Ron Simmons, Steve Austin, Tetsuya Fujima, and Juice von der Liger in 7:46 when Travis Guerrero Jr. defeated Tetsuya Fujima by pinfall. Liger 80, Tetsuya Fujima 69, Steve Austin 76, Ron Simmons 72, Travo 61, Pritchard 55, Hunter Hearst 57, Shane Douglas 59. Steve Austin in technical and Tom Pritchard in performance. 70C plus, not bad. And then we have Owen Hart. He goes, Steve, I might be on a losing streak, but I'm going to end it at Royal Rumble when I beat you. You see, Steve, I don't care if it's 2 matches in 1. I'm going to win, but I'm going to win the Rumble, get another shot at Sting, and this time I'll get back the WWF title. 79B, not bad. In a decent wrestling, doing cheat 1-2-3 Kid defeat Kenta Kobashi in 8:13 by pinfall. Kenta Kobashi 71, 1-2-3 Kid 60. Kenta Kobashi in performance, a 69C plus. In a bad vet subpar wrestling, a little heat, Carl Karma defeat Christopher Daniels in 7:42 by pinfall top rope splash. Carl Karma 50, Christopher Daniels 51. Christopher Daniels improved in performance, a 53C minus. And then Jerry's in the back and he goes, looks like your plan has backfired. My son is standing by my side. So get the Bulldog and meet us in the ring. Brett, the lawyers are back in business. So Brian Lawler's David's old school heel gimmick's got a strength of average of 78B, not bad angle. And then Juson's there and he goes, in 2 weeks' time, me and the head shrinkers will be getting our titles back. No tricks or snips, it's time for us to shine and get back what is ours. The titles the UK Invasion stole. No work for 67C plus, not bad. And then in about that good wrestling and special crowd, Davey Boy defeat Davey Boy and Bret Hart defeat Jerry Lawler and Brian Lawler in 801 when Bret Hart defeat Jerry Lawler by putting the victory roll. So his ring weight, Bret Hart has shoulders burnouts, Brian Lawler's a weak link, that's fine. Bret Hart 93, Davey Boy 79, Brian 45, Jerry 64. Brian Lawler in performance, a 70C plus. In about a decent wrestling with a Rashid Doink the Clown defeat IRS in 750 by pinfall Robbie Cushion. IRS 58, Doink the Clown 48. Ted DiBiase did good work at ringside. No work at Bruce 57C minus. And Sting's in the man and goes, well, I know it's 2 weeks until I get to kick. I don't know why Sting's doing this promo because it was meant to be Psycho Sid. Anyway, so Psycho Sid's doing an interview and he goes, well, it's 2 weeks until I get to kick Diesel's ass. It's going to be a beautiful battle and I'm going to win. This is Psycho Sid's time to shine and it's going to be awesome. 79B. Probably got worse if we had Psycho Sid doing it instead of Sting. In about a great wrestling and good heat, Roddy Piper defeated Kane in 826 by pinfall stretch from the Undertaker. Roddy Piper 69, Kane 88, Roddy Piper flying. So Undertaker's music starts playing, Kane gets distracted, then Roddy Piper finishes him off, 72B minus. And the game is not playing ball. And then a video plays hyping up our main event tonight is the Undertaker, Psycho Sid, Sting will take on the team of Mankind, Diesel and Masahiro Chono. 79B for the hype and 82B in about a superb wrestling, great heat. Diesel, Mankind and Masahiro Chono defeated Undertaker, Psycho Sid and Sting in 2006 when Diesel defeated Psycho Sid by putting the Jackknife Powerbomb. Sting 100, Psycho Sid 59, The Undertaker 95, Masahiro Chono 95, Mankind 91, Diesel with a 69. Psycho Sid improving in performance. I can't complain with that. That is where this episode of Raw ends. Next week will be the Go Home edition. And for some reason it didn't let us see the final rating. So, I don't know what's going on there. So I'll see you guys with the Go Home edition of Raw next week, live before the Royal Rumble. Hello and welcome to Monday Night Raw in front of 9,000 people at the Ernesware W. Spaglan Arena. No pre-show, post-show or anything like that tonight. It is a straightforward wrestling show. And we have Sting, Bret Hart, Diesel, The Undertaker, Kane, Owen Hart, Masahiro Chono, and Davey Boy Smith, the opening video. First ever one we've done for Monday Night Raw. Wait, my computer's loading something. So once the show's had this opening package, we see ladders have been put on the stage. Sting's in the ring with a ladder behind him, and he goes, "It's something like live on pay-per-view. I will climb the ladder and retrieve my title belt." The other problem is there are no rules. That means chairs, tables, candlesticks, and anything can and will be used. You see, WCW might have been a place where I made my name, but here in WWF have become a legend. Now we're changing the face of this company. This is a new day and a new light in the WWF. And Ted comes out and he goes, once more, you're sending everybody to sleep. You see this Sunday Night Live, it's going to be Mankind leaving the ring as your new WWF champion. This fight is something new to some fans. You see, this match has been seen in England with Ken Nakasaki in one. And Stampede Wrestling's had one. We're going to make this a match where match means something. It's time for you to see this is the end of the Stinger and A2B. So Ken Nakasaki was in a, as I googled this. So the ladder match was invented by Dan Carth in Stampede, or British wrestler Ken Nakasaki in September 1972. So they're not really sure who. Stampede Wrestling held the first ever ladder match between Dan Carth and Tor Cartman, where the object was to be grabbed as a wad of money. In 1987, Ken Nakasaki competed in the Disco Challenge ladder match, where Clive Meyer was on the popular water sport. The match was to retrieve a gold-coloured disc record suspended above the ring. In 1983, the wrestling held a ladder match when Bret Hart faced off Bad News Allen. Hart went on to join Wood West Federation in 1984 and early 1999. So it was Bret Hart who kind of gave the idea, and then there was a ladder match between Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels, which is canon. A house show for the Intercontinental. And then we now got this one. That's just the way I'm going to go for it. Anyway, I did leave that open so everyone knew that my research was real. In a poor match, Sparky Plug defeats Scotty Riggs in 7:33 by pinfall with a drop kick. Sparky Plug 53, Scotty Riggs 51. Scotty Riggs in performance and Sparky Plug in performance, 54 C-. In a bad, decent wrestling retreat, the Dudley Boys defeat the Steiner Brothers in 8:11 when Bubba Ray Dudley defeats Scott Steiner by pinfall with the Team 3D. 73B-, Rick Steiner 71, Scott Steiner 80, Devon 52, Bubba Ray 62, Devon in technical and Rick Steiner in performance, 73B-. The Undertaker comes down to the ring, cuts a promo on Kane. Oh, he's going to... So, I haven't written this out, so the Undertaker comes out, he's going to try and cut a promo on Kane. He doesn't even get around to speaking when a caster gets reeled out as he's talking. He temporarily goes over and opens it, and Kane's in it, pops out and grabs him. The Undertaker gets beaten around the ring, but escapes before Kane gets the chance to lock him in the casket. 78B. In a decent match, Tetsuya Fujima defeated Goldust in 7:31 by pinfall. Tetsuya Fujima 66, Goldust 74. Tetsuya Fujima in performance, 72B-. And Stu Osborne goes, let me tell you something. If that little SOB thinks he's going to kick my ass, he's got some news coming straight for him. I'm going to kick his ass all over the arena, but I'm going into the Royal Rumble and I'm going to win. And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so. 78B. And then Psycho Sid and Diesel have an argument backstage and another massive brawl. In a decent wrestling below heat, Edge and Christian defeated the Nasty Boys in 8:25 when Christian Cage defeated Brian Knobbs by pinfall. Christian Cage is a weak link, that's fine. Jay Sag 68, Brian Knobbs 64, Christian Cage 37, Edge 50. Jay Sag's in performance and Edge in Rumble 61C. In a superb match, Kane, Diesel, Jerry Lawler and Bret Hart defeated Bret Hart, Psycho Sid and The Undertaker in 8:04 and Jerry Lawler defeated Bret Hart by pinfall. Undertaker 95, Psycho Sid 64, Bret Hart 95, Jerry Lawler 69, Diesel 70, Kane 87, no work improvements, 72B-. William Regal's about it. He goes, this coming Sunday night is Royal Rumble. The road to WrestleMania begins. Sorry to say, but that's going to be controlled by us. When we keep our titles and win the Royal Rumble match, we are the UK Invasion, and we are awesome. How does Sparky Plug's gimmick get? 68C+. Need to do that before the Royal Rumble. And about good wrestling, these guys are Carl Jr. D. Not Shane Douglas and William Regal. Defeat Kaiju Muta, Juice von Liger and Eddie Guerrero in 7:41. Shane Douglas defeat Kaiju Muta by pinfall the franchiser. Eddie Guerrero 73, Liger 80, Kaiju Muta 75, Regal 78, Shane Douglas 61, and Jim the D. Not 60. No recruiting 73B-. Roddy Piper's band goes, this is awesome. Feeling like back in the 80s. Me and Mean Gene doing an interview. Now Masahiro Chono, we've got a match, and it's going to be a big night. I'm going to beat up Masahiro Chono, but I'm going to win the Royal Rumble. Some of these people might not even be in the Rumble yet. In a battle, great wrestling, these wrestling crowd, Owen Hart defeat Bam Bam Bigelow in 7:59 by pinfall following interference from Yokozuna. Owen Hart 85, Bam Bam 75, Bam Bam in performance, 73B-. In a battle, decent wrestling double cheat, the UK Invasion and Harlem Heat defeated the Head Shrinkers and the Hardy Boys in 7:46 when Doug Williams defeated Matt Hardy by pinfall of the Chaos Theory. Stevie Ray 51, Booker T 51, Dave Taylor 51, Doug Williams 55, Matt Hardy 51, Jeff Hardy 57, Fatu 56, Samu 55. Doug Williams in performance, Booker T and Jeff Hardy, all three of them improving performance, 57C-. The video plays hyping up the ladder match between Sting and Mankind live on pay-per-view this coming Sunday night at the Royal Rumble. In a bad, superb wrestling and decent match for the crowd, Masahiro Chono defeated Davey Boy Smith in 7:42 by pinfall of the Shining Yuki's a kick. David Boy 82, Masahiro Chono 86, a 72B-. Our main event of the night is Roddy Piper and Sting taking on Mankind and Yokozuna. In a bad, superb wrestling and great heat, Roddy Piper and Sting defeat Mankind and Yokozuna in 20 minutes 06 when Sting defeated Yokozuna by pinfall the Scorpion Death Drop. Roddy Piper was rated Steve now at swing performance. Sting 100, Roddy Piper 71, Yokozuna 82, Mankind 92. Fuck it, no work improvements. A 98 main event on Monday Night Raw. Well, that's what I was expecting. 84B+. My friends, we'll see you guys live on Sunday night when the Royal Rumble will go live. Ladies and gentlemen, I have moved Raw to Tuesday so that the WWF can present to you Royal Rumble on the Monday night so that the my WrestleMania plans don't get fricked up by the rehab situation, which they won't because I've moved it to Monday night, and the person I wanted to win the Royal Rumble is going to win the Royal Rumble. Believe me, tonight there was a few surprises in the Royal Rumble. There's a few surprises throughout the card, but tonight, unlike most years, this is a Monday night that you won't forget. Instead of Raw, you're getting the most unpredictable night of the year, as 30 men will enter the ring and one man will get straight to the main event of WrestleMania. Now the WWF and stickers present the Royal Rumble live. And Vince goes, because I forgot it was Jim Ross, and Vince ran on commentary pay-per-views. Vince goes, welcome to the Royal Rumble. Now 24 hours. Tomorrow night, Raw will be happening on Tuesday. But tonight, throughout the evening, I'm going to be joined by different people. Now to the action. Anyway, let's get on with the show. In the bag, Great Wrestling and DC Wrestling crowd, Steve Austin defeated Owen Hart in a submission to last man standing match in 15:25 by submission with a 10, and then followed by a 10 count. Owen Hart 85, Steve Austin 75. No work improvements. 81B, can't complain with that. In the bag, Great Heat and Good Wrestling, Diesel defeats Psycho Sid in 15:05 by pin with the Jackknife Powerbomb. Diesel 67, Psycho Sid 60. No work improvements, 66C plus. In a bad, decent wrestling, but on the cheek, 1-2-3 Kid, Brian Lawler, IRS, and Kawada defeat Jim Powers, Doink the Clown, Kip, James, and Ace Steel in 7:48, when Brian Lawler defeated Ace Steel by pin for the top rope leg drop. Ace Steel 47, Kip James 53, Doink the Clown 48, Jim Powers 42, Kawada 72, IRS 55, Brian Lawler 51, and 1-2-3 Kid 63. Kawada in performance, Brian Lawler in performance, and Doink the Clown in performance 60C, can't complain. In a bad, decent wrestling, the UK Invasion defeated the Head Shrinkers in a Falls Count Anywhere match in 15:24 when Dave Taylor defeated Samu by pin with a butterfly suplex. The UK Invasion make defense number 3 of their WWF World Tag Team Championships. Fatu 64, Samu 64, Dave Taylor 54, Doug Williams 59. No recruits. Please remember, guys, after this night, all the storylines change and become totally different as we head towards WrestleMania. We've got 2 more pay-per-views coming up, and then the WrestleMania is about 3 months away from WrestleMania at this time. In about decent wrestling, below Heat, Kenta Kobashi and Danny Collins defeat Lance Storm and Rick Martel in 11:53 when Danny Collins defeat Lance Storm by pin with a somersault press. Kenta Kobashi potential has been announced. Danny Boy Collins the weak link. Danny Boy 49, Kenta Kobashi 75, 76, Rick Martel 64, Lance Storm 67. Nowhere Caboose, Danny Boy Collins is getting Lance Storm and Rick Martel should have come stream together. Interesting. Kenta Kobashi improved forms. And that is going to help me, actually, because I want to replace some tag teams. So I'm going to just, that should log that, actually. I need to sort Sparky Bugs gimmick out, which is fine done. So yeah, at the Bridgeford Stadium in front of 25,000 people, which I can tell you is sold out. 70C plus. In about Great Wrestling and DC Wrestling card, Masahiro Chono defeated Roddy Piper in 15:03 by pin for the Shining Yakuza kick. Roddy Piper 71, Masahiro Chono 86. Piper in Techno, an 80B, can't complain. In about decent wrestling middle treat, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, the Nasty Boys. Hunter Hearst Helmsley, the Nasty Boys, and Harlem Heat defeat Brian Lee, the Hardy Boys, and the Steiner Brothers in 8:12 when Hunter Hearst Helmsley defeated Matt Hardy by pin for the Ace Crusher. Rick Steiner 64, Scott Steiner 70, Matt Hardy 51, Jeff Hardy 66, Brian Lee 64, Hunter Hearst Helmsley 59, Stevie Ray 54, Booker T 55, Jay Sag 62, and Brian Knobs 59. Jeff Hardy in performance, a 67C plus, can't complain. In a bad Pro Wrestling and Heat, Edge and Christian defeat the Dudley Boys at 11:29 when Edge defeated Devon Dudley by pin with a spear. Devon 54, Bubba Ray 51, Christian Cage 49, Edge 52. Christian Cage improving in Rumble. Both teams have excellent chemistry, a 54C minus. Can't complain with that. In about that decent wrestling, but a non-existent crowd. In about that terrible wrestling, non-existent crowd heat. Sorry Vegas, Scotty Riggs and Tom Pritchard defeat Yosef Tashiri, the Hurricane and Americana, American Kickboxer, all from the training grounds. In 8:01 when Scotty Riggs defeated American Kickboxer by pin for the American Plex. American Kickboxer 25, Hurricane 39, Yosef Tashiri 31, Tom Pritchard 52, Scotty Riggs 49, and Sorry Vega 57. Pritchard in performance, American Kickboxer in Techno 49D+. In about very decent wrestling, but little heat, Sparky Plug, Daniels, and Barry Horwitz defeat Trevor Guerrero Jr., Finley, and Shane Douglas in 8:31 when Chris Stones defeated Trevor Guerrero by pin of the last rights. Horwitz 50, Daniels 48, Sparky Plug 53, Shane Douglas 62, Finley 58, Trevor Guerrero 53. No work improvements, 58C minus. Ooh. Next segment, please. In about great wrestling and decent action from the crowd, Bam Bam Bigelow defeated Yokozuna in a Falls Count Anywhere match at 15:03 by pinfall. Yokozuna 79, Bam Bam 75. Bam Bam improved performance in 82B. We're getting a lot of 82s tonight, which is nice. An 80B. In about sensational wrestling and fantastic heat, The Undertaker defeated Kane in a casted match at 30:40 when Kane was trapped. The Undertaker and Kane have great chemistry, showing a performance. The Undertaker 98. Kane 93, and 80B, can't complain. An 80B for the Intercontinental match as well. In about a great wrestling, a D-Such crowd winning Regal defeated Juice and Liger in 14:59 by pinfall and exploder suplex. He makes defense number 2 of these Intercontinental. Liger 80, Regal 78. In a superb match, Bret Hart defeated Jerry Lawler in 8:10 by submission of the sharpshooter. Jerry Lawler 70 and Bret Hart 94, 73B minus. A video plays hyping up Sting versus Mankind. In above had sensational wrestling of fantastic heat, Sting defeated Mankind in a ladder match in 20 minutes 22, when Sting retrieved the item. Sting makes defense number 10 of his WWF World Heavyweight Championship title. Mankind 92, Sting 100. And we got a 99 A-star for this match, my friends. Yeah, match of the year candidate. That should have been the main event tonight. Now let's see what the Royal Rumble does, because the Royal Rumble's following this. I don't think it's going to get as good as a 99A. 83B plus with Cole Karma and that in it. I can't complain. So, in above so we're going to go through the list of all the names. In above I had good wrestling and a decent match of the crowd. Ric Flair won the Royal Rumble in 70 minutes 03. The other members of the Final Four are Steve Austin, Mankind and Bret Hart, with Steve Austin being the final elimination. The Big Boss Man got the elimination course of the match, and Mankind set the record for surviving the longest. After the ladder match, I thought I'd still put him in here, give him that opportunity. In this match, we had Bam Bam Bigelow, Bret Hart, Chris Joker, Davey Boy Smith, Diesel, Eddie Guerrero, Goldust, Jerry Lawler, Jim the Dean Hart, Juice Wonder Liger, Kyle Karma, Kai Jamuta, Ken Shamrock, King Kendo, Mankind, Owen Hart, Rey Mysterio Jr., Ric Flair, Rob Van Dam, Robbie Brookside, Roddy Piper, Ron Simmons, Steve Austin, Psycho Sid, Tetsuya Kojima, Taz, the Big Boss Man returning, Tommy Dreamer, Running Regal, and Yokozuna. Chris Joker in flying, Tetsuya Kojima in performance, Taz in performance, Running Regal in performance, Ken Shamrock in flying, Roddy Piper in Rumble and Techno, and Kyle Karma in performance. I'm ending the show there, my friends, with Ric Flair has won the Royal Rumble in his return to the WWF. My friends, we're going to end the show with an 83B+, but what the hell is the actual 88B+? My friends, I cannot go anywhere but apart from giving Sting and Mankind some love after that match. I'm also going to give some love to Bret Hart, who did really well on this show as well. They're all going to be praised, especially Mankind and Bret Hart for going into the Royal Rumble. Sting was very happy, Mankind was pleased, and so was Bret Hart was very happy with his speech. My friends, I'll see you in the next episode as we begin the road to WrestleMania.